What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Patreon request from Leslie the Deep from the boys, and she sent me like a hero pose sort of picture of him. So let's go. Landscape page, pencil eraser, hip pose. If I go too fast, head is like tilted slightly down, right? But it's not too bad. His body's kind of tilted as well. So let's go. Okay. So we'll go realistic sort of eyes, right? So 3/4 pose, right? And the eyes are kind of small. So let's try this diagonal first. There. And then down. To there, right? Top eyelid. And he does have like quite big eyelashes and stuff, so this is quite thick here. Bottom eyelid line then, little tear duct, and then comes around. Like so. And he does have like little eyelashes, like dots and sort of dashes coming around there as well. So he's kind of looking to the right, so we'll put it. Put his blue eye there. The other side there. And then his pupil just pretty much bang in the middle. Like so. And then top eyelid line there. And I think you got another one that comes down just that way, sort of across the top of his eye. So he has like a slight sort of line just coming underneath the eye there, but he's very like fresh faced, so if you added like bags under his eye, it just makes him look real tired. So we'll keep it sort of simple like that, right? He has incredibly formed eyebrows, like really arched high up, so they go like and then real, yeah, like real formed. Right, and then this way around, kind of like they could be a little bit like spiky. Then we'll go down there. Maybe some texture on them if you wanted. Okay, so that's one eye. His other eye is like behind his nose, kind of, but you're about eye width over, right? So the next eye, the width of his eye, it'll start sort of here, right? So you can kind of fit an eye between, and we're sort of lower down horizontally, right? See, it's like underneath the eye because his head is sort of tilted diagonally down there. So you just want this one to be underneath because you're going that way. So you're going like down this way. And then we'll try and do the same thing. We'll go over. And, you know, again, a kind of a darker sort of eyelash line. And then that tear duct is like there again. And they're very thin eyes, right? Because he's kind of doing a smolder, you know, that the deep does. So they're very thin eyes. And then again, the blue, so he's looking to the right, right? So that this iris is moved over slightly. It's not like bang center. So this one would be the same. So it's like more over towards the tear duct on this side. And we'll try and get them the same size, roughly. And we'll put our pupil in there. Somewhere in the middle anyway. And then this eyebrow, so again, very formed, sort of arched up. This one goes up real high because it's kind of like in 3/4 pose, right? So it goes like a real arched. You might hear my kids in the background. They're being loud, as usual. Right, so it goes down sort of that way behind his sort of eyebrow area, kind of. So he has like maybe a bit of an eyelid line again, sort of like that in there. So the eyebrows are really big. But that is what they look like to me anyway. And we'll give him like, he's got some like bottom eyelashes here, like little dots and dashes and stuff. Just very light. And maybe like the start of a sort of a bag underneath his eye. Strong nose as well. So it comes down from this eyebrow. And then the bridge of it goes kind of there. And then, so we'll go like out and around for the tip of the nose. Right, and maybe like something on the side here. So we can see a nostril sort of on that side. And then the skin of it around here. See a nostril here. And then maybe the skin of it coming up the side of his nose. Probably we should see a little bit of it anyway. Yeah, maybe. It's a bit of a blurry photo, so it's hard to make out, but I think that is there, kind of. Okay. So he does have kind of like a beard, right? But it's more like a 5 o'clock shadow kind of thing. At least in this photo, I know he like lets his beard grow in later seasons a bit more, but this is like season 1, so it's just kind of stubble. So the best way to do that kind of thing is like shading, like a gray shadow around like his jaw and his upper lip. So I'll probably leave it. You could like add lines, but I don't think it works for this one. So we'll just get like his mouth in, right? So we'll start sort of like, it's kind of like underneath the iris there, sort of at a slant, like following the line for the nose, right? So just sort of there. And the end of the other side would be about the same. Like you want it underneath the iris there. And then like so. And then around. Like that. So he's kind of smiling on this side, but it's more of a flat sort of look. And then top lip, so the center line would be there, that little curve, and then we'll just bring it down this way, and then that way. And we could have that sort of cleft lip thing there. And his bottom lip line is kind of like shallow, sort of. And you might have a bit of a chin line sort of here. And again, there's like lots of beard sort of around all this. We'll just get the shape for his face in first. And I will probably shade in that beard stuff. There's his chin. So that's like you can see sort of make out the curvature of his face there now as well. Right, so we go for the jaw, pretty strong jaw. Goes fairly straight that way. And then it curves around up towards his ear. And then his sort of face on this side, so we'll go out. Then I think it goes a bit more in, and then out for a high cheekbone, just underneath the eye here, and then in towards his eyebrow. Looks a pretty high cheekbone there. And then it goes down there. Just make this eye a bit bigger, I think. Right, and then his forehead seems to just come around this way. And the sideburn on this side. So his ear sort of comes out from the sideburn here. So your ears roughly line up right with your eyebrow and the nostrils, or the bottom of your nose, right? So that's roughly where you're aiming for when a character is facing, like his head isn't like tilted weird, like he's not tilted back or forward. It's just like a sort of a square on. So that's roughly the space there. And then you want to add some ear lines. Easiest way, letter J, but you can also add a bit more if you want. Maybe like a little bit of a cheekbone or something there, just to give him sort of more of a superhero look. Maybe this eyebrow be bigger as well. Okay. So he's got like a part in his hair sort of over his left eye, right? So it's kind of high up. So let's go with this first, I guess. We'll go in here. His hairline kind of has some spikes and zigzags and all stuff coming across here. Right. And then we go, sort of the part is like up here, I think. So put it like there maybe, and then it comes down a bit. Kind of going that way. And then down here. He looks like a real superhero. Looks like Clark Kent. Like, I guess that's why. Like, I always felt like the Deep was just like a troll on people, just because of the way his character is in the show. If you know the show, you'll know what I mean. And he's completely different to the way he is in the comic, I think. So just thickening up his eyelashes. He does have like real big eyelashes. Right, just go down his forehead again. Sorry, I got distracted. Like so. And he might have like a subtle sort of line there. Like he's very, you don't want to do too many because he's like very young and sort of very smooth, apart from the beard, basically. Right, so he kind of has a fringe and then hair along the side. So we'll do, his hair like goes down behind his head here, right? So this is kind of like standard sort of, until you hit like, it's kind of like well combed along the side. Until you get to about, maybe like here, it starts to get a bit sort of spiky, I guess. Like his fringe is kind of like sticks up, you know, like here. There's a bit of a part in the hair. Kind of there in the middle. You know, sort of this kind of thing. I'm going to put some texture here. And then this seems to go down this way, kind of sticks out the back of it as well. And it's kind of flat back here. You might get one or two spikes then. There's like a bit more of. We'll try this. It is kind of short hair, so you don't want to do too much in the way of sharp sort of spikes, but there is a part in his hair here, I think. It goes sort of back that way. Okay. I think that's the best I can do with his hair. He might have a little bit of this coming down. And then the stubble, obviously. So let's try for neck. He's a fit guy. Works out. So a wide enough neck there. And goes that way. And then his trapezius goes that way. We got like his Adam's apple there. And then the collar joins the neck. Coming down this way. Right, so we got like the superhero style uniform. So we'll go like over and down. And then this goes down this way. Comes over his shoulder. There. And then the outside of the collar here goes down that way. We got like some inside section there. And then other shoulder part comes down this way. There's all like details on that. But it's sleeveless, right? So it goes down here and then you got like his chest. Kind of that way. And then there's like a zipper. It's right here. So it's basically like a wetsuit, right? So it's got like a couple of details on the zip. Like a triangle or a V zipper there like that. And then this comes down this way. And then there's like an edge sort of line coming down all this. You know, edges for stitching and all that kind of thing. And then there's another shape there. And then this is kind of gold or something in here. It's got a black line around it anyway, and a black line going up the middle of it. Right, and then it's pretty tight to his shoulder, so it comes like down around and underneath his armpit, and it has a bit of an edge line to it, like a stitching line which runs down here. All right, and then this comes around this way. I guess we should see like his sort of chest muscle a bit, sort of going that way and maybe that way. His shoulder sort of starts here, another shoulder there. So shoulder muscle sort of, he's got like a high trapezius muscle there. That's this. This muscle runs all the way down to his shoulder, and then we actually have quite a large shoulder there, and his chest that way. Right shoulder there, and then his bicep connects to his armpit. And then his tricep sort of sticks out here. Bicep there. You can see a vein on his bicep. And you could exaggerate these muscles if you wanted. You know, you can go crazy big, but just out to his elbow. Goes around for his forearm, and the top of that there, and then the top of his glove, his gloved hand, like so. Now this hand goes all the way down to his waist, so if you wanted to, bring that all the way down, you can. But the shoulder comes out like so, tricep, sort of shoulder line, bicep here, up to his elbow and down on that side, and this sort of thing on his arm there, like so. He has like all these like gold wavy markings. I will put them in here. It's hard to see them, but we will do something anyway, just to fill in this space that's here. Seems to just run off over his shoulder. And some over here as well, not as clear. Like that. And then, you know, I'll add the stubble. You could draw in stubble if you wanted, of course. But I think I'll leave it there. The Deep. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support on Patreon, Leslie. See you next one. Bye.